seemed like at halftime you were playing great and had the game well in hand. Then it kind of flowed the other direction. How proud are you that your guys hung tough enough to make enough plays to go ahead and win the game?
Well, very proud of our football team. I think there was a few critical plays in there where we had a chance to, take it to another level. I wouldn't say put it away, but make us feel a lot better about it. I think the penalty at the end of the first half, we settled for a field goal when we actually threw a nice fade for a touchdown, and got our tight end lined up off the ball. But that's on us. We actually should have went right back to the call that I had to play before with the same formation. So, but really proud of our team, proud of our coaches. People don't realize it, but it's a pretty big deal when you're down three of your full-time offensive coaches. And really proud of Vince Morrow, Coach Bo Knight, Mark Perry, Josh Estiswa, Cody Lasita, Maxwell Smith. Guys really stepped up, did a really good job for some young coaches to go win a bowl game, to win the Gator Bowl with two of your full-time coaches and a bunch of analysts and graduates assistants and guys that stepped up and really did a good job. So proud of them, proud of our seniors. Led us to 3 straight bowl victories. That's really a big accomplishment, and I greatly appreciate all of our players. All of them, once again, really wanted to be here. Played a good game. I'm disappointed with some of the things that went on during the game. We got to get cleaned up. Some of that I got to look at it. It was hard to tell, but some of that unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. I got to get cleaned up, and I will. That's not us. We're not going to accept that. I'm not going to get into touchy or not or whatever. I really couldn't tell, but these were clearly not officials we're used to, but that also it's on me and it's on us, and we'll get that addressed. You don't know what type of when you get in these bowl games, you're not used to certain officials, and I got to do a better job preparing us for that.
All right, thanks, Larry. Let's move over to John Hale and then Michael Bennett.
Mark, it was obviously such an emotional season for a wide variety of reasons. Just how important was it for your guys and just the moving forward to close it with a happy moment, a celebration, after everything you've been through?
I think it's very important. Again, it's been well documented, the investment, and it's also been, well documented the toll that it's taken on all players across the country. And to once again see our players step up and want to do that and travel back and forth during their break after, really mentally being exhausted and still laying it on the line all the way through to the fourth quarter says an awful lot. We talked about it in chapel last night about finishing, with Aaron Hogue, always does a remarkable job. I talked about it this morning. I addressed it. One of the last things I said when we left the field was recognizing, Chris Oates and John Schlarman and having their memories in our mind today and wishing they were with us. So very emotional year, but great to cap it off with a big victory.
All right, let's go over to Michael Bennett.
Mark, congratulations on a great win over a ranked opponent. I'm sure that's the way you wanted to finish the season out this year, especially the difficulties you've had off the field. But coming up to this game, you had mentioned a few times you wanted to get hopefully all 3 quarterbacks in. It seemed like Terry was really struggling on the pass. What kept you from putting in Joey Gatewood or Bo Allen?
Yeah, I wanted to, and I probably should have, to be honest with you. I have great confidence in Terry, and he did pull out the victory. But it was also important to get the win. I've seen Terry rally us back, many times before. But I wish I'd have got him in, Mike, to be honest with you. But I didn't. Fortunately, we came out with the victory.
All right, thanks, Mike. Let's go over to Josh Moore and then Chris Leach.
Hey, Mark, when you get to see what AJ did today, I know Chris has kind of garnered a lot of attention this year, and rightfully so, and he had both scores. But for AJ to take off and really go out, I assume this is his last year unless he comes back again. But to go out on a note like that for him.
It was really big, and I was really happy for him and really proud of AJ. Just like a lot of our players, if you're around here for 4 years or 5 years, you're going to go through some ups and some downs. And, he certainly has, but he's been there. He's been consistent. He has a wonderful family. He was the MVP of the game tonight this afternoon, and just really happy for him. Really proud of him. He's been here for a long time, and he's helped us win a lot of games. And again, you're gonna get criticism. You're gonna get people coming at you and talking about other people, but he just always kind of stuck to himself and worried about his game and himself, and happy that he went out that way.
Thanks. Let's go over to Chris Leach and then Clayton Freeman.
Hey, Mark, you talked about Vince and the offensive play calling a little bit. Who are some of those graduate assistants or other assistants who probably get a lot of the credit for coming up with the game plan today on offense?
Yeah, the guys that were promoted to full-time are, again, Mark Perry, Josh Estisois, Cody Lasita were all promoted and were in full-time roles for this game. And Maxwell Smith has been a graduate assistant for us. And, all those guys really contributed and really worked hard leading up to the game. And, it was a group effort. And, again, Vince and Coach Bo did a great job, and just proud of the whole group. It's not easy. You're down 3 full-time coaches and, your 2 primary play callers. So very different situation, and I'm glad that we put it together.
Thanks, Chris. Let's go over to Clayton Freeman and then Tim Sullivan.
Yes, this is Clay Freeman with the Times-Picayune here in Jacksonville. You've seen Jamin and what he's been able to do with this defense all year. What would you say about after missing out on All SEC earlier this month? Do you feel this was sort of a statement game for him to sort of show the world what he can do in bigger stage like this bowl game, January 2nd?
I think every opportunity, every time Jamin steps on the field, he's getting better. He and I had a good talk last night, and I appreciate the way he went out and played today, and so he's getting better with every rep, with every opportunity, and it doesn't surprise me. But I will say, even from the sidelines, far to the far sideline, I noticed him showing up several plays, and certainly looked like he played a very good game. I'll have to go look at the tape.
All right, thank you. Let's go over to Tim Sullivan.
Hi, Coach. I think you finished today with 99 yards passing, and I know you want to evolve in that direction toward more balance. I wonder if you could maybe speak to how you see that developing over the next year or two, and how quickly you can get to where you want to be.
Yeah, well, we're gonna, we're gonna say goodbye to 2020 today. So it's on to the future. So, really greatly appreciate the win, and but also very excited about the future of Kentucky football. So we'll address that when I get back in January. I need a few days off.
All right, thanks, Tim. Let's go over to JD Drummond.
Hey, Mark, Max Duffy seemed to have his magic back at full strength today. Did you get a good look at the one where he eluded the rush and got that kickoff? And can you talk about just his contribution, especially in the second half?
Yeah, that's a great point. Field position was such a big deal in this game. And what he did on that on the punt was, when I was watching it live, I'll have to look at it, but really big time play, and just goes to show you how savvy he is and how talented he is. Definitely, we're grateful for his background with Aussie football right there on that play, because to have the confidence in that, to elude the rush and then punt it the way he did. He's just a talented guy, really is. He's got more tricks up his sleeve too. I wish we had him for more years, but like I said before, we're grateful for bringing another Aussie.
All right, thanks, JD. All right, we've only got time for 2 more, so I'm going to try to get to Derek, Terry, and then Lonnie.
Hey, Mark. Vito played a whole lot today, and so did Carrington Valentine. How do you think those young guys performed in the secondary?
Yeah, Vito, was really looking good towards the end of the season in bowl prep, and then he got a little injury, hamstring injury that, I was really pleased that he was able to play. He missed the last 3 practices, I believe, with that hamstring, but he's out there. He's a fun guy. I like the way he plays. He brings some energy and some juice, and he did a good job. And then Carrington, we have high hopes for him, and we really do. I think he's going to be a really good player. I thought he did a good job today. He was a little passive at times and keeping things in front of him, but that's okay. you know, we'll get, you know, we could work with that and get him tightened up. You know, he's also good at press and so just overall, just, you know, we're really pleased with him.
All right, last question goes to Lonnie, and then we'll move on to AJ.
Mark, you already talked about Carrington Valentine, but I also wanted to know if you could expound a little more on what his biggest assets are, and what he's going to bring to your program in the future.
Carrington, he's got some length, and you know, the biggest thing he's going to bring is he's a competitor. You know, that's what I like about him. He's not afraid to get up and play tighter. Again, you know, some of the calls today was off, but you know, later, you know, when he rolled up and he pressed, he's a competitive guy, and so I think he's you know, just a talented young guy that's willing to work.
All right, thanks so much, Coach. We appreciate your time, and congratulations.